Hello everybody. Oof, excuse me, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. We're just going to focus on Bitcoin and an overview on this video. I'm going to make a video afterwards about an altcoin, one of our old favourites that we haven't looked at in a long time actually. But for now, let's have a look at this. So we were talking about how from the top to the bottom we could do a rough measured move and then bring that down to the bottom and give us an idea of when this is likely to resolve its accumulation formation, right? So consolidation, drop down the stairs because of traditional markets, fear in the market, panic selling and stuff. So not really attributed essentially to the Bitcoin chart, which is more of this dump was more of an outside kind of vibe, with tapering, Megatron virus, end of year, profit taking, all kinds of stuff, and then but really what we're looking at here is a consolidation down to around about this level, I suppose, and an accumulation around here, and it looks as though we're kind of resolving that. And again, this is just ever so slightly rough, right? So we've got a rough measured move from the top to the bottom, and then we can use that to have an idea of when this is likely to resolve, which is basically the end of the month, right? It's basically the end of the month. So what we saw now is that we did have a push outside of the accumulation top zone, right? Now we're above pretty much all major moving averages, having a bullish retest of the 200 exponential, also the top of the accumulation range, also the 10 exponential. So a lot of strong support coming in at just around about 49,500. So really strong level of support there. If that were to break down, we could get caught just a little bit below it, which is this is the area here, 48,600. We could have a wick down to there. Breaking down below there, then we have to entertain the idea that we'll be back within the accumulation zone. We'll spend a little bit more time within here. But for the moment, it looks quite good, And again, it's Boxing Day. It's also a Sunday. It's a day of basically randomness within the market. But the overall picture, based on the longer term timeframes, is pretty good to me. However, based on the daily, it looks pretty reassuring. In fact, very reassuring. We're turning up on all of these. We've got the RSI breakout. We've got higher highs, higher lows on the money flow index. So the buyers are coming in, the volume's coming in. We've also got a nice cross since the turnaround here. So on the MACD, so it's all looking pretty good on the daily there. And again, expect ups and downs, but generally, I think we're looking at a bullish retest at the moment. Weekly is kind of similar. We've got an RSI breakout, obviously, but it's neither here nor there. It was never particularly bearish, nor really was the MACD. It's still above the 0 point and bullish areas. But we're still below major areas you see for larger style breakouts, which is fine. So we're not really looking to. When I say that this formation or the accumulation range is looking to resolve roughly by the end of the month into the beginning of next month, doesn't mean we'll automatically moon. It could do that. Obviously, it could do that. But it's more about picking up pace and momentum at that stage. Once we break above and beyond areas of the center of this Bollinger Band and the 10 exponential both come in roughly at about 52,700, 53,000. But the main area for me is to reclaim this box, which starts at 54,000 and ends all the way up the top here about 57. So really, once we break out of 57 to 58, then we will get. I expect that we would get some very, very large moves. And again, when we look at this picture here, what we see is essentially higher highs, higher lows forming on the long-term time frames. So it doesn't look bearish in any way. This is what I say to from the outset when people are going, "Oh, you're in a bear market, you idiot! Just give it up. You're in a bear market. I'm going to buy it 10,000." Well, good luck to you. And you can put that sell order in there, and it will remain there forever. It will stay there indefinitely, more than likely anyway. The idea is that for me, the longer term time frames are usually the best way to gather if we're in a bull market or bear market. And there was never any indication that this is a bubble pop or going into a bear market, which is why I was relatively confident that we could carry on with this bull run. When it came to altcoins, though, we were holding off. We started picking some up last week and then the week before, maybe. I don't know. Time sort of is different around the holidays. It's hard for me to keep track of what's going on. But yeah, picking up a few altcoins, and they were at some significant lows. Now, we're not going to look at altcoins on this video. We're doing a Patreon live stream tonight for anyone who's interested in joining the Patreon. It's £7.50 a month. We usually do 2 live streams a week, and we just look at whatever it is you want me to look at. But if we think about the Bitcoin dominance chart, normally catching a bounce around the 40% dominance zone. That's historically where it's usually had decent reactions from, which is bad for altcoins, on the whole. I was saying that, throughout this downtrend that we've had over the last few weeks, there has been occasions where certain altcoins have been popping off. And that's not the sign of a bear market, that's the sign of a healthy market. Despite the overall picture being bearish, we were having some relief across the board. So, when we talk about supports and resistances, the more times you tap a support, the more likely it is to break. Same with a resistance. And with this being a bearish chart, we keep tapping it. This is a weekly chart, so tap, 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 tap. It looks like it wants to break down, and if that's the case, then the market can rally together. So Bitcoin being your overall indicator of health, governing the general direction of the market, but altcoins actually being treated on face value. So and being able to trade those charts appropriately. So I'm pretty bullish on the overall market, which is why I'm going to start making some more videos on some of these altcoins that we've not looked at in a little while.
When are you gonna make another map?
Baby, I'm making a video here. You want to say hello to the internet?
No.
Alright, well, I'm almost finished and I'll help. Right, sorry about that, obviously Christmas time. I've got to build a marble run in a minute. But what I was saying, generally speaking, is that the more times you tap a support, the more likely it is to break down. And it does look as though we are looking to break down. So I wouldn't be... You played my guitar, well done. So we're looking for this to break down essentially down to 36 to 37% dominant, which doesn't sound much, but that's a lot considering how much money's in the market at the moment. So the small caps, medium caps, maybe even some of the top caps could see some significant rallies. Largely the market, once it starts to pick itself up, altcoins should outperform Bitcoin in the short term. I would probably expect a major flip from altcoins into Bitcoin when we reach about 37 to 36. So I'll definitely be thinking about being especially cautious about being in altcoin positions when we break if and when we break down to 36 or basically 37. Be on your toes. Right, I'll leave it with you there, but maybe I'll see you on the live stream tonight. All the links in the description below. Other than that, enjoy your Boxing Day and your holiday, and take it easy.